In the shadowed corners of ancient wisdom, where the pulse of life meets the silence of self-mastery, lies a practice as old as humanity itself. Semen retention. This is not mere abstinence, but a deliberate reclamation of the primal force that courses through every man, the raw, untamed energy of desire. For millennia, sages and warriors have whispered of its power, guarding it like a sacred flame. Before we go deeper into semen retention mastery, subscribe to this channel and join our Telegram community, link below. You'll get guidance, insights, and exclusive updates designed to accelerate your growth. Stay connected. Your discipline, focus, and transformation begin right here. Today, in our fractured world of fleeting distractions and hollow pursuits, semen retention emerges as a beacon, inviting you to reprogram the very architecture of your being. It is the alchemy of turning lust, that wild stallion of the soul, into the steady forge of mental strength. Imagine a life where every surge of passion, rather than scattering like ash in the wind, builds an unbreakable fortress within. This essay unveils the science, the stories, and the strategies to harness this transformative art, guiding you toward a vitality that echoes through eternity. Lust, in its essence, is no enemy, but a misunderstood ally, a potent elixir brewed in the depths of your biology. Rooted in the brain's reward centers, it floods the system with dopamine, the neurotransmitter of drive and delight, urging survival through reproduction. Yet, in modern excess, this force becomes a thief, siphoning vitality into endless loops of gratification pornography, fleeting encounters, solitary indulgences that leave you drained, foggy, and adrift. Semen retention interrupts this cycle, not by denial, but by redirection. Science whispers hints of its efficacy. Studies on abstinence show transient spikes in testosterone, up to 45% after 7 days, fueling muscle growth, sharpened focus, and unyielding motivation. Here, desire is not quenched but refined, its fire channeled upward, igniting the neural pathways of discipline and clarity. You begin to see lust, not as a chain, but as the spark for creation. The biological underpinnings of this practice are as fascinating as they are profound. Drawing from endocrinology and neuroscience to explain why retention feels like awakening from a long slumber. Semen, far from a mere byproduct, is a nutrient-dense fluid, rich in proteins, minerals like zinc and magnesium, and hormones that nourish the brain and body. Each ejaculation expends energy equivalent to a sprint, depleting these reserves and triggering a refractory period of lethargy. By retaining, you conserve this DJing or vital essence, as Taoists termed it, allowing it to recirculate through the bloodstream. Research from the Journal of Zhejiang University echoes this, noting elevated levels of luteinizing hormone post-abstinence, which in turn boosts testosterone synthesis in the testes. This hormonal harmony extends to the adrenal glands, reducing cortisol, the stress hormone that erodes mental fortitude while amplifying serotonin for emotional equilibrium. Thus, the body, once a leaky vessel, becomes a reservoir of power, mental strength. That elusive steel of the mind is forged in the crucible of controlled desire, and semen retention is its master smith. Practitioners report a dissolution of brain fog, replaced by laser-like concentration, as if the veils of distraction lift to reveal uncharted clarity. This aligns with psychological models of delayed gratification, akin to the marshmallow test, where self-control predicts long-term success in career, health, and relationships. Neurologically, retention stabilizes dopamine receptors, preventing the crashes that breed anxiety and addiction. A study in the archives of sexual behavior links moderate abstinence to improved cognitive function, with participants exhibiting enhanced memory recall and problem-solving under pressure. Lust, once a siren call to chaos, transmutes into a disciplined ally, propelling you through challenges with the focus of a predator on the hunt. In this reprogramming, weakness yields to wisdom. Ancient traditions illuminate the path with timeless luminosity, reminding us that this is no modern fad but a thread woven through the tapestry of human evolution. In Taoism, the Yellow Emperor's classic of internal medicine extols Gujing or lock in the essence, viewing semen as the root of qi, the life force that sustains longevity and enlightenment. Yogis in the Himalayan caves practiced brahmacharya, channeling ojas, the sublimated sexual energy, into siddhis or superhuman faculties, from telepathy to tireless vigor. Even in the West, Stoics like Marcus Aurelius preached mastery over base impulses, equating continence with philosophical sovereignty. These lineages converge on a singular truth: lust unchecked devours the spirit, but retained, it nourishes the divine spark within. By embracing these roots, you align with ancestors who conquered empires not through force alone, but through inner alchemy. Turning lust into mental strength demands a radical rewiring of neural habits. a process science calls neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to sculpt itself through repeated intention. Begin with awareness. Notice the triggers: boredom, stress, the glow of a screen that summoned the beast of desire. Mindfulness meditation, backed by fMRI studies showing thickened prefrontal cortex in practitioners, becomes your shield, observing urges without surrender. As days turn to weeks, the basal ganglia, that repository of automatic behaviors, reprioritize what once compelled release, now fuels resolve. Cognitive behavioral therapy principles apply here. Replace the fantasy with visualization of your higher self, strong, purposeful, radiant. This shift elevates lust from a gravitational pull downward to a rocket thrust upward, propelling creativity and resilience. The mind, once a battlefield, becomes a temple of triumphs. Physical vitality surges as the first harvest of retention, a tangible testament to the body's innate intelligence. Gone are the post-climax slumps. In their stead, a steady hum of energy courses through veins, sharpening reflexes and deepening sleep cycles. Evolutionary biology posits that this conservation mimics ancestral scarcity, priming the organism for survival feats: hunting, building, enduring. Zinc, abundant in semen, recycles back to bolster immune function, warding off illnesses with newfound armor. Gym enthusiasts whisper of super gains, where lifts plateau no more, as testosterone's peak enhances protein synthesis and red blood cell production. This is no myth. A Chinese study on elite athletes found abstinence preceding competition correlated with peak performance, their body's temples of optimized power. Lust, once expended in solitude, now infuses every stride with predatory grace. The psychological metamorphosis is perhaps the most profound, where shadows of doubt dissolve into dawn of self-assurance. Retention dismantles the shame cycle of compulsive release, fostering a profound self-respect that radiates outward. Psychologists link this to increased oxytocin from non-ejaculatory intimacy, binding you to purpose rather than pleasure. Anxiety recedes as the amygdala, the fear center, quiets under sustained discipline, per neurofeedback research. What emerges is an unbreakable mentality, the ability to stare down deadlines, betrayals, or failures without flinching. Lust's former tyranny yields to a sovereign will, where desire serves vision, not vice versa. In boardrooms or battlefields of the soul, you stand not as victim, but as victor, your mind a blade, honed by fire. Spirituality blooms in the fertile soil of retained energy, a subtle awakening that science is only beginning to map through consciousness studies. As sexual vitality ascends the spine, in tantric terms kundalini uncoiling it, bathes the higher chakras in luminous awareness, dissolving egos, illusions. Mystics report visions, synchronicities, a felt unity with the cosmos, corroborated by EEG patterns of gamma waves in meditators practicing retention. This is the true reprogramming. Lust, the earthly tether, lifts into cosmic love, where every interaction pulses with sacred intent. No longer a slave to flesh, you become conduit for the infinite, attracting abundance as iron draws filings. In this elevated state, mental strength transcends thought, becoming an effortless flow of divine alignment. Practical strategies form the scaffold for this journey, simple yet sovereign in their application. Start small. Commit to 3 days, then 7, tracking urges in a journal to demystify their grip. Cold showers, as Wim Hof's research affirms, spike norepinephrine to shatter lethargy, redirecting fire inward. Breathwork: deep belly inhales, held 4 counts of 4 circulates prana, per Ayurvedic texts, transforming tension into tranquility. Surround yourself with elevation, books on stoicism, nature walks, creative outlets like writing or lifting that absorb the surplus charge. Avoid the digital sirens. Curate feeds of inspiration, not temptation. These rituals, woven daily, turn intention into instinct, lust into legacy. Challenges arise, like tempests, inevitable in any forge of the self, yet they are the very whetstones of growth. The flatline days, 3 to 10, brings irritability, a purge of toxins, surfacing as mood swings or insomnia. Science attributes this to hormonal recalibration, dopamine receptors recalibrating sans the easy hit. Nocturnal emissions may occur, nature's safety valve. Not failure, but balance. Cravings peak around day 14, testing resolve like a siren's song. Here, community sustains. Forums of fellow retainers share war stories, reminding you the fire tempers, not consumes. Embrace discomfort as teacher. Each resisted urge etches deeper grooves of strength, reprogramming desire from destroyer to divine. Scientific scrutiny, while sparse, offers glimmers of validation amid the anecdotal blaze. A 2003 study in the World Journal of Urology measured testosterone elevations post-abstinence, linking them to heightened aggression and focused premal boosts for mental fortitude. Neuroimaging reveals reduced activity in the ventral striatum, the addiction hub, after sustained practice, echoing recovery from substance dependencies. Yet, caveats abound. Benefits plateau variably, and overzealous retention risks prostate stagnation per urological reviews, urging moderation. This dance of evidence invites discernment. Blend empirical sparks with experiential wisdom, letting your body be the lab. Testimonials echo through time like thunder, personal odysseys that humanize the abstract. Consider Alex, a software engineer mired in burnout, whose 90-day streak birthed a startup from ashes of apathy. Clarity birthed code that scaled empires. Or Maria's partner, a veteran haunted by shadows, finding in retention the anchor to rebuild fractured bonds, lust yielding to loyal love. These are not outliers, but harbingers. From Reddit warriors logging streaks into years, to executives crediting boardroom conquests, two-bedroom celibacy, their chorus affirms. The science seeds, but lived fire blooms the proof, turning skeptics to sages. Integration into daily rhythm demands intentional architecture, lest the practice become another forgotten resolution. Dawn with gratitude. Affirm the energy as ally, visualizing it as golden light fueling your quests. Midday. Micro breaks of Kegel exercises strengthen pelvic floor, locking essence while enhancing circulation. Evenings. Non-sexual touch, self-massage or partnered, edging cultivates presence without release. Deepening intimacies. Well, track metrics, energy logs, mood scales, productivity pulses, witnessing the upward arc. This weave transforms retention from chore to charge. Lust's wild river tamed into a purposeful stream. Emotional alchemy follows, where buried wounds surface for healing under retention's gentle blaze. Anger from unmet needs, shame from past excesses. These phantoms arise, demanding witness. Journaling, as expressive writing studies show, processes them into power, reducing amygdala, hyperactivity. Compassion blooms, for the boy who sought escape in fantasy, for the man emerging whole. Lust, once a mask for pain, unmasks truth, forging empathy that strengthens relational steel. In friendships, romances, you connect not from lack, but overflow. Mental fortitude, a bridge to boundless bonds. Creativity erupts as retained fire seeks expression, a renaissance of the right brain's wild domains. Artists attest, Van Gogh's furious canvases, perhaps fueled by unspoken continents. Modern musicians channeling riffs from restraint's edge. Neuroscience nods testosterone correlates with divergent thinking, birthing ideas untethered. No longer sapped by nocturnal leaks, your muse flows fierce. Poems penned at midnight, inventions sketched in sweat. This is reprogramming's poetry. Desire denied its strain, dances into innovation. Mental strength, the canvas for genius strokes. Relationships, that mirror of the soul, transform under retention's gaze, lest yielding to luminous love. Partners sense the shift in aura of quiet power, eyes holding depths unspoken. Intimacy deepens. Tantric touch, eye-gazing where climax bows to connection. Studies on mindful sexuality show heightened satisfaction, sans ejaculation, oxytocin weaving, trust's web, jealousy fades, replaced by generous presence. You give not from depletion, but divine surplus. Here, mental strength manifests as magnetic maturity, drawing souls who see your sovereign spark. Societal echoes resound, challenging the cult of consumption that peddles porn as panacea. In a world numbed by endless scrolls, retention rebels, reclaiming manhood from media's emetrelation. Movements like NoFap rally millions, their streaks, symphonies of solidarity. Yet, beware the broscience pitfalls. Toxic masculinity lurking in boasts, ignoring women's wisdom on energy. True strength invites equity women to harness cyclic power, moon-sensed and mighty. This cultural pivot reprograms collective desire, from exploitation to elevation. Mental fortitude, a movement's marrow. Long-term mastery reveals plateaus as portals, where initial highs stabilize into serene sovereignty. After months, the body adapts. Testosterone normalizes, yet sustains. Energy, a baseline blaze. Mystical fringes, fringe, out-of-body glimpses, prophetic dreams, as pineal gland decalcifies per anecdotal scans. Science probes with quantum leaps biofield research, hinting at aura amplification. Electromagnetic fields pulsing, stronger. Lust, fully transmuted, becomes love's undercurrent, propelling humanitarian heights. Philanthropy from fullness, Leadership from light. This is the pinnacle mental strength not strived for, but simply so. Pitfalls patrol the path, shadows to sidestep with sage steps. Obsession breeds rigidity. Balance beckons wet dreams as wisdom, not weakness. Health. Vigilance. Annual checkups guard against stagnation, hydration, and fiber flushing the flow. Emotional pitfalls. Using retention as armor against vulnerability, mistaking stoicism for stone. Integrate therapy. Circles of counsel. Ensuring growth graces all facets. Science cautions chronic stress, sans outlet risks, burnout, pair with play hikes, hobbies that honors the human hum. Thus, Desire's dance remains dynamic, strength supple. Women's perspectives enrich the narrative, bridging genders and energy's grand design. Though retention speaks to male physiology, females echo in menstrual retention or yoni steaming, conserving crimson vitality for visionary verve. Partners report amplified, atraptomata conquest, but quiet command. Intimacy ignites an eye's silent storm. Feminist lenses affirm. This is no patriarchal ploy, but personal power, subverting scripts of scarcity. Shared practice mutual continence, spark sacred synergy. Lust alchemized into lineages of light. Mental strength, unisex and universal, unites us in uplift. Athletic arenas amplify retentions, roar, where warriors wield it as weapon. Boxers like Mike Tyson abstain pre-fight, channeling fury into fists of fate. Science substantiates. Elevated androgens enhance anaerobic threshold, delaying fatigue in sprints or squats. Endurance blooms marathoners, log personal bests, lungs and legs alive with latent lightning. This bodily baptism reprograms the reptilian brain. Survival surgers, not seductions, sigh. Lust's latent power propels podiums. Mental metal, the metal's true gleam. Professional realms, reap retentions, rewards. Executives etching empires from essence's edge. Dopamine discipline dismantles procrastination, birthing breakthroughs in brainstorming. A LinkedIn survey of CEOs notes abstinent streaks correlating with innovation spikes, focus forging fortunes. Negotiations sharpen charisma from conserved chi, closing deals with calm command. Yet, beware burnout's bite. Sabbaths of release restore rhythm. Here, desire drives dynasties, mental strength, the CEO of self. Creative cascades continue. From quill to code, retentions, river irrigating, imaginations, fields, writers whisper of words flowing freer, plots plotting themselves in pre-dawn peace. Musicians meld melodies from midnight muse, fingers flying on fretless fire. Even in STEM, equations elucidate under elevated acuity, theorems thanking the pause. This torrent of talent traces to testosterone's tide, washing worries away. Lust, leashed and lifted, liberates the latent artist within. Strength in every stanza, sung, holistic health harmonizes as retention's ripple widens, touching temples beyond the testes. Sleep sanctifies, deeper delta waves, dreams, delving divine. Digestion dines undirected drive. Gut-brain axis, grateful for grounded grace. Immunity immunes, zincs return, repelling rhinoviruses with relish. Ayurveda applauds. Desha's balance, Veda's wind, calmed by retained root. This symphony of systems sings of synergy. Desire's domain expanded to dominion over decay. Mindful mating marks a milestone, where retention refines, romances raw right. Edging evolves into ecstatic endurance, peaks plateauing in prolonged paradise. Partners partake in polarity, play masculine, mystery meeting, feminine flow. Tantra teaches, breath bridges, bodies, energy entwining without end. Science smiles. Prolonged arousal heightens endorphins, bonding beyond bedsheets. Lust loses its lash, becoming love's languid ladder, mental mastery in merged motion. Legacy looms large in retention's lore, seeding success across seasons and spheres. Fathers find fierceness in foregoing frenzy. Presence, parenting profound. Mentors manifest from magnetic myths, disciples drawn to disciplined dawn. Philanthropy pulses from plentiful power, giving from grace, not grasp. This eternal echo etches your essence into epoch's desire, distilled into dynasty's dream. Strength, sustained, sculpts sagas that outlive stone. Critiques call for caution, lest zeal zips into zealotry zone. Pseudoscience shadows some claims. Superhuman auras, unverified, attractions, aura, anecdotal. Urologists urge. Ejaculations, frequency, fits individuals. Excess or dearth, both dicey. Mental health matters. If retention rigidifies repression, release restores. Balance beckons science, as scaffold, not shackle. Discernment dances here, weaving wisdom from whispers and data's drum. Global gazes gather, traditions transcending borders in brotherhood's blaze. African griots, guarded seeds, sanctity for shamanic sight. Native pipes, past purities, pledge. Sufis spun semen into soul's song, whirling dervishes, drunk on divine. This worldwide web weaves one wisdom, vital force, veiled in vessel, unlocked by lock of will. Lest's local lingo universalizes an uplift. Mental might, a multicultural mantra. Alright, you've got this incredible energy now, don't let it dissipate. Before you click off, prove you were here. Smash that like button, and if you're serious about this journey, hit subscribe right now. This isn't just a channel, it's a movement. I want to know where the next wave of power is coming from, so drop your city or country in the comments below. For direct answers and our inner community's best secrets, the Telegram link is in the description. And please, share this fire with the one person who needs it most today. Go be a force. Have a truly powerful day.